his coaches how to adjust to the situation and perform at his very best. He wants to tell his family, you have raised a GOAT. Jalen Lattimore. Our next senior honor, number 1, Jerry Thomas. Walking with Jerry is his mom, Maya. Maya, his baby sis, and his mom. He is proud to be an Archer because the Archer family is amazing to him. What he's learned from his coaches is that hard work pays off. Jerry would like to tell his family, I love you very much, and thank you for putting up with me, Senior Jerry Thomas. Our next senior, number 4, Derek Rue. Walking with Derek is his mom, Sandra Rue, his sister, Chanel Rue, his nephew, Cameron Rue, and his brother, Marcus Rue. Derek plans on studying to be a veterinarian. He is proud to be an Archer because he's made great friends with his teachers and coaches. What he would like to tell his coaches how to inspire him is Coach JJ. Jay gets on me about the little details and stays on top of me. He makes me a better basketball player and encourages me at all times. Derek would like to tell his family, I love you and appreciate all the support throughout the years at Southside High School. Senior Derek Rue. Our next senior is number 23, Ashton Johnson. Walking with Ashton is his dad, Brian Johnson, and his mom, Angel Johnson. Ashton plans on studying sports management and marketing and committing to a school after the season. Ashton is proud to be an Archer because we've always been underdogs and now everyone is feeling us. What Ashton has learned from his coaches is not just to be a coach on the court, but off it as well. Ashton would like to tell his family, I appreciate everything you've raised for me and risked for me, and always believing in me. Thank you so much. Senior Ashton Johnson. Our next senior is number 3, Lamontrell Manning. Walking from Montreal is mom and dad, his aunts, and his uncles. Lamontrell plans on studying at Indiana University in Bloomington. Lamontrell would like to tell his family, I want to tell you that I love you and thank you for all you've done for me. Senior Lamontrell Manning. We have a special award for Lamontrell Manning tonight, and here's what it is. We are thrilled to continue celebrating Lamontrell Manning as a 2022 Black History Maker of Today Scholarship winner. Our media partners will be sharing the interviews and student stories throughout February. We hope your school family can also celebrate. We'd like to ask your assistance in formally presenting a check of $1,000 to Lamontrell Manning, senior at Southside High School. Ladies and gentlemen, special award for Lamontrell Manning. Well, let's have a big round of applause for our seniors. Jalen Lattimore, Jerry Thomas, Derek Rue, Ashton Johnson, and Lamontrell Manning. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time here at Southside High School.
Well, of course, that was the senior night recognition. I believe the seniors here at Southside are being gathered back to center court. I think they're going to take some pictures here as Southside recognizes the likes of Lamontrell Manning, Ashton Johnson, Derek Rook, Jerry Thomas, and Jalen Lattimore. Some special athletes, no doubt, and you might have heard moments ago that Lamontrell Manning was given the award, I believe it was for Black History Month Student of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. So a special night for Lamontrell Manning as he's recognized on senior night, but also recognized for the Black History Month Student of the Year award, or Student of Today, I think it was called. But again, congratulations to Lamontrell Manning. Congratulations to all these athletes. And you might have even heard, I think Derek Rook was the one who was announced that he wants to be a veterinarian when he goes off into the workforce. So 5 Southside seniors getting honored tonight here at Don Reichert Gymnasium before they take on the New Haven Bulldogs. New Haven trying to finish the regular season over 500. They're 11-11 coming into tonight. They win this game, they'll finish the regular season at 12-11. Southside, if they win this game, they'll finish with at least 12 games, which will put them over 500, regardless of what happens tomorrow night when they go on the road to play Blackhawk Christian. There'll be 2 games over 500 if they win tonight and lose tomorrow, or if they lose tonight and win tomorrow. No doubt they would love to win both of the remaining games, both tonight against New Haven and tomorrow night against Blackhawk Christian. Blackhawk Christian will be a tough opponent, but Southside, they play a tough style of defense and a tough style of offense. They like to play quick down the floor. They got some guys who can shoot. The defense, they like to press. They like to play a lot of zone defense and make things difficult for opposing offenses, and I suspect they'll look to do the same tomorrow night, but I also suspect they'll look to do the same tonight as they take on the New Haven Bulldogs. So Southside and New Haven going to take the court in about 20 minutes. They're going to come out for their warm-ups here shortly. We will come back after this break. You're watching high school basketball right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. And I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the regular season is starting to wind down here in Indiana high school boys basketball. Of course, the girls basketball season is I think going into the state championship, if I'm not mistaken. But the boys basketball season, this is the final week of the regular season, and this is the regular season finale for the New Haven Bulldogs. They come into this game, as I mentioned earlier, at 11-11. If they win this game, they'll finish the regular season over 500. For Southside, they'll at least finish at 500. They're 11-9 with 2 games to go. This game tonight and tomorrow night's home game against Blackhawk Christian. Now, there's a good chance that these two teams could potentially see each other in the sectional tournament this coming weekend, or actually this next weekend is when sectionals will take place. These two teams will be part of the Huntington North sectional. Now, the only way that they would play each other is if they both get to the championship game. New Haven has the first round bye. They'll take on the winner of the game between Huntington North and Homestead. Southside has a first round game against Columbia City. If they win that one, they'll take on Wayne, who also has a first round bye. So a few things have to fall into place for Southside and New Haven to be able to play each other in the sectional championship game. Again, the only way they'd play each other is if they meet in the sectional championship game. But these two teams do have some plenty talented scorers on their roster. You think about Jakar Williams, who scored his 1,000th career point last night. Actually, that was Tuesday in a win against Bishop Lures. And also Darion Brooks is the leading scorer for the season. He's a junior guard who stands about 6'4", and he can give just about anybody fits. He's a good jump shooter. He's got some good speed. Now, Southside has some great talented athletes of their own. Ashton Johnson and Amarion Washington are both averaging double figures. Johnson was one of the seniors recognized here tonight at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Washington is a junior, and he's the leading scorer on this basketball team. He's a great jump shooter. He's got great speed. He can facilitate as well. And I think that was him who just made that little alley-oop attempt to Jalen Lattimore, and Lattimore made the basket, but it was not a dunk. But that was in warm-ups here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. What was just going on? And Lamontrell Manning, again, he's a heck of an athlete. He's quick, and he can contest shots around the rim. We've seen him do it a couple of times this season. Now, Lamontrell is a 5'10" guard, so it doesn't give a whole lot of size. He's a point guard, somebody who actually can block shots, can get down the floor and contest shots. Defense is something that he brings to the table, so watch out for Lamontrell when New Haven's got the ball tonight, because he may be around it quite a bit, and if he is around it, he'll probably make some plays while doing so. Well, we'll be right back in a matter of moments. You are watching high school basketball right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. And I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Southside High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Southside Archers taking on the Bulldogs of New Haven. Now, we likely won't have any 1,000-point career scorers in tonight's game, although Ashton Johnson is getting close, although in talking to head coach J.J. Foster, more than likely it'll be either the next game or sectional playoffs when he gets to that point. Of course, the next game is tomorrow night against Blackhawk Christian, but Ashton Johnson is closing in on 1,000 points for what has been a great career here at Southside High School. For Omarion Washington, it's going to take till next year before he gets there, but we did have a 1,000-point score last night. Jakar Williams, actually Tuesday night, for New Haven, reached 1,000 points for his career. we're going to go in and get a few words in from our sponsors that allow us to do these games. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. And enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. That's the Southside fight song that's going to be played here. Anyway, back to our sponsors. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you to find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services, such as brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You are invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Stop in online, sign up online in 5 minutes, or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in our area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and a solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you, whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping you to get your driver's license reinstated? If so, Jolie Law Firm is your answer. Contact Chief Counsel David Jolie at attorneydavidjolie@msn.com or call Jolie Law Firm at 260-426-0242. Ansioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. New Haven and Southside about to do battle here at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School. Southside has won 2 state championships in their history in boys basketball. One was in 1938, the other was in 1958. I believe it was the first one where Don Reichert, who this gymnasium is named after, won that state championship. We're back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
official tonight, Andrew Halpin, Steve Howe, and James Mahoney. That's your big information, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play ball.
Well, with that, we are ready to start the game here at Don Reichert Gymnasium, and have to correct myself from earlier. That championship that Don Reichert won at Southside was back in 1958, not 1938. Burl Friddle was the head coach on the 38 championship team here at Southside, but Reichert coached the 58 team, and of course this gymnasium bears his name, as the tip is won by Jerry Thomas initially, and then Jalen Lattimore collects it. It's all seniors starting for Southside tonight. This is senior night, but they turn it over on the first possession. Harris with the outlet to Brooks, leaning in, and Brooks puts it home. An early bucket for the Bulldogs as they're trying to spoil senior night here at Don Reichert. They're able to capitalize off an early turnover, but here's Ashton Johnson, goes for the step back, got it. Didn't take him long to get on the board. Full court pressure by the Archers. The made basket allows them to get that press on, and then Derek Rook gets the steal. It's knocked away. It'll stay with the Archers. And this is Johnson to put the ball in play. He finds Thomas. Johnson off the catch and shoot. Left that three a little bit short, but there's Manning for the putback. Well, I mentioned Lamontrell Manning is likely going to be around the ball a lot on the defensive end, and he can make plays when that's the case. But he got around the ball on the offensive end that time to put back that missed three. Here's Tyler Harding, guarded by Manning. Harding drives. Manning knocks it away. And into the hands of Rook, and there's Manning getting it done on the defensive end. And now Johnson with a little rise-up jump shot. That's a little bit too strong. Actually, the shot was too short. It went over the hands of Thomas as he was there going for the rebound. But Brooks is left open. His three is good. And the lead goes to New Haven. Darion Brooks with all 5 points in the game so far for the Bulldogs. They're up 5-4. Rook around the screen from Lattimore. Jalen Lattimore has not been starting many games recently, but he gets the start tonight. When he's on the floor, he's a pretty good ball player. As Manning misses that three, Williams with a board. Long outlet, finds Brooks. And Brooks with a little Euro step, but he missed it. And Jakar Williams, the quarterback on New Haven's football team, put his quarterback hat on there, and then he blocks the shot. He put on his defensive hat that time. Trying to spin away from Manning, and Manning's going to be called for the foul. Lamontrell Manning will be called for that foul. We've had a block shot by either team. It was Manning who blocked the shot. And again, he's 5'10". As Harris misfires on that three, Lattimore collects the board. And then Jakar Williams, the big man down low, getting the block on the other. And Manning lost it. Thomas is there. A little shot fake, and Thomas's shot wouldn't fall. Knocked out of bounds. It goes to New Haven. Harding trying to beat the press. He finds Brooks. Well, now that New Haven's beaten the press, we'll see if Southside goes into the man-to-man. It looks like they might be in a zone defense, maybe a matchup zone here. Harris finds Brooks out on the paint. Extra pass. Williams fouled. Lattimore came with the help side and looked like he made some contact. So Williams will go to the free throw line. His first one is good. Jakar Williams on the board for the first time tonight. I believe he had 37 points in the win against Lures last night, but he goes 1 for 2 on this trip to the line as Thomas, the other number one, rips down the board. Johnson around the screen from Thomas. Johnson's floater doesn't fall, but he gets his own miss. Couldn't put it back, though. And the rebound eventually comes to Brooks. Brooks, the dish to Harris, and Harris has got it. Miles Harris has got the board as Brooks was able to find him on the interior. An 8-4 lead for New Haven. They win this game. They finish the regular season over 500. Southside win this game. They will finish the regular season over 500. They can still do that even if they lose. They're on the road tomorrow night against Blackhawk Christian. That pass looked like it was tipped, and Lattimore able to recover. Here's Johnson. The little no-look pass to Thomas. Harding able to get it across the timeline. And then a traveling violation has been called. Southside ball down 2 as Harris comes to guard Johnson. Lattimore looking to drive against Cottrell. I don't believe either team has made any subs in the game yet. Southside starting all seniors, with this being senior night. And again, Lamontrell Manning was recognized, given the Black History Month Player of Today scholarship before the game. I believe that was the name. As Johnson has it out on the wing. Harris, along with Brooks, they're double teaming him. And Rook beats the pressure and gets to the basket. And Derek Rook has tied the game. Rook's on the board for the first time. That ball's knocked away. Lattimore helped alter it, but then it's thrown away. Manning going after it, but it goes out of bounds. Harding kind of guarded him from getting to the ball. Jackson Turnwald is in for New Haven, and here is Omarion Washington into the game for Southside. He'll give Jerry Thomas a breather, so you lose some size with that, but Washington is a heck of a scorer. He can score from both the outside and the inside. Johnson comes out to guard Brooks. Southside is in the 2-3 zone. They got James Hardy down low. That's poked away by Manning. He's got the steal. Manning hanging in the air, puts it home, and a foul. He got himself a scholarship before the game, and now he's got himself a trip to the free throw line. .248 on the clock, and Manning almost had himself a three-point play there, but couldn't get him to fall. And now here's Brooks coming the other way. Just barely finds Hardy, and Harris gets to the basket to tie the game. Washington wanted to back it out. Now he gets it to Manning. Manning trying to go baseline. The spin move out to Lattimore. He'll fire the three. Too strong. Battle for the board. Harding had it, and then Manning ripped it away. Manning looked like he was hacked. They don't call it. That ball stays in play, and Turnwald just barely got the pass away before he went out of bounds. And then Brooks gets hacked on the other end. A lot going on that possession, and Brooks will get himself a trip to the free throw line and a chance to give New Haven the lead. And Lamontrell Manning, who created that three-point opportunity, was recognized with, I believe it was the Black History Month Athlete of Today award. And not just an award, but a scholarship before the game. As Darion Brooks is able to sink his first free throw. He's got 6 points early on, actually had the first 5 points of the game for New Haven. But he goes 1 for 2 on this trip, and there's Manning chasing after the board. Washington finds him. Johnson's going to fire a three. He was fouled. That shot is good. It's a chance at a 4-point play. James Hardy has been called for the foul. We'll take a look at what might have happened here. See if he got swatted on the arm, perhaps. Yeah, I think he did get pushed by James Hardy there. Inadvertent, of course, but as Harding was trying to guard the shot, but reached out and made contact with the arm, and going to get called for that just about every time, as Johnson couldn't put home the free throw. Well, free throw shooting has not been great really for either team so far today, as Harding has it knocked away. Turnwald's there to recover. Did he step out of bounds, or was he pushed? Yeah, we're going to get a foul. They call it on Derek Rook. Harding had it knocked away. That's Washington. A bounce pass to Rook for the jam. Derek Rook gets above the rim. And even though Washington had not yet scored, wait a second. We got a stoppage in play. Are we going to get a technical foul called here? Well, Bruce Stevens having some words with James Hardy, but the officials are having some words. I didn't think Rook hung on the rim that long. They're not going to call any kind of foul here. I think they were discussing if there should be a technical foul. But the signal was we're not going to call a technical foul. Just going to get back to it. So for Derek Rook, he's up to 4 points. And again, Washington gets credit for the steal and the assist. JoJo Robertson, the fast freshman, gets to the bucket. Just trying to think of some other catchy word there, but fast is all I could come up with, but it works as Manning misses that three. Jakar Williams with the board. Here's Turnwald, wanted to fire a three on the other end. Williams, tough shot, he got it. And New Haven has tied the game. 30 seconds to play. Southside can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Johnson looking inside to Thomas, and a foul is called. That's going to be on Robertson, I beg your pardon. Kind of like the Duck Dynasty guys. Rook fires a three, no good. Manning is there, ripped away by Hardy. Long outlet, Turnwald. Not going to let that one fly. Instead, he dishes off to Williams. He'll let it fly, but can't connect. Offensive board, King, no good. Washington the outlet. Down to 4 seconds. Here's Johnson. Looking for the dribble penetration. He missed the shot. Thomas, with the clock winding down, he draws the foul. Jerry Thomas, Johnny on the spot. And with 0.2 seconds, Thomas is going to make this a three-point game. And Robertson's not going to get that shot off in time. But for Thomas, I believe that gives him 7 points for the game, as Southside has an 18-15 lead. We're back after this break right here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own.
18-15, Southside on top of New Haven as we start the second quarter. 1-3-1 zone by Southside. As they'll get the ball over to Brooks. Here's Harding. He dishes that one, a little floater on the baseline for Jeremiah Cottrell, and it's good. Cottrell on the board for the first time in this game. He was one of the starters for New Haven. That's poked away. That's Harris. And then Harris has it stolen. Manning gets the takeaway, and then I think he got fouled.
New Haven foul on number 3, Miles Harris.
(18-17) Southside on top. Here's Johnson, contested three. That's an air ball, and Brooks wisely lets it go. Derek Rook will come into the game for Southside. Here's the inbound to Harding. He has it knocked away. That's Manning, who swatted it right out of bounds with the cameramen right there. I don't know if you can see him on your screen. There they are. There's JP. Justin Prince from WFFT. There's a long pass down the floor. Cottrell finds Harris. Harris missed the jumper. That looked like Southside touched it last, and they did. New Haven ball. That's Brooks with a contested three. Comes up short. Harris has got it. His basket is good. And the lead right back to New Haven. And Miles Harris has 6 points. Washington able to keep control of the ball. Washington uses the screen from Lattimore. Loose ball taken away. That's Brooks. And Brooks is fouled in transition. He was fouled before that desperation heave, so this won't be resulting in any kind of free throws. It's the 15th foul on Southside. New Haven's committed 6 fouls so far, so Southside will be at the free throw line. Next foul the Bulldogs commit, unless it's an offensive foul. That was almost turned over. Williams with a tough catch. Count it! And a foul. Jakar Williams has a chance at a three-point play, and New Haven has scored 6 unanswered points to start this second quarter. 21-18, they lead it over Southside. Williams is true on the free throw, give him 6 points for the game. That's 7 straight points scored by New Haven since the quarter started. Southside hasn't scored since the start of the second quarter. Washington couldn't knock that one down. Rebound comes out to Thomas. Late feed, count the basket. Lattimore. Marion Washington has yet to score, but we've seen some unselfish play from him so far, and Lattimore will get that three-point play. Give him 3 points as Southside has the press on. Williams trying to thread the needle. The ball goes out of bounds. He was looking for Matthias Garcia, but the pass went out. And Southside takes over. That's a turnover. Brooks the outlet to Williams, and Williams will jam it home. Williams leading the charge for New Haven this half. That reverse doesn't go. Thomas climbs over top and gets the putback. Give Thomas 9 points as Brooks is double teamed, finds Williams. They get the ball across the timeline. That's Mylan Graham. And they work it to Williams, and then Williams with a jam. Jakar Williams with 10 points for the game, and I believe 9 of those points have come here in the second quarter. Lattimore is fouled. I think New Haven doesn't know what this game means. Of course they do. Their fans have filled the gym pretty well. Not completely filled the gym. Of course, it is typical for visiting fans to make their presence known at the high school level as Lattimore goes to the free throw line. Couldn't connect on that one. Lattimore will try again. That one's good. Lattimore with 4 points for the game, and his team now down 2. Southside's been held to just 6 points so far as Darion Brooks gets that one to fall. They've been held to 6 points in this quarter, that is. There's a catch-and-shoot three. Jaden Morris, no good. And Thomas knocked it into the hands of Johnson, so an extra possession for Southside. Johnson gets it to Morris, and then Morris is going to feed that one off to Manning. They feed it to Lattimore, knocked away by Williams, and recovered along the baseline by Graham. Check that. That was Graham who got the turnover. And here's Garcia from the corner. His three is good. And New Haven has got their largest lead of the game, 31-8. Matthias Garcia is on the board for the first time. Morris in traffic. No, Williams comes down with the board. Long pass to Cottrell. And Cottrell has the basket. 9-point lead for New Haven. And that is going to prompt a timeout called by J.J. Foster. Well, they take one. We'll also take one right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
33-24 in favor of New Haven. They have dominated the second quarter. They were down 18-15 when the quarter started. But since then, they have outscored Southside 15-6. Here's Johnson with a dish in midair, and the basket's good for Lattimore. Lattimore only his second field goal of the game, and then we get a whistle and a foul. Lattimore was going after the ball. Going to call it on Lattimore. That'll send Tyler Harding to the line. He's going to shoot 1-1. He's able to hit the first. Tyler Harding is on the board for the first time today, and he's going to add to his total. Once again, it's a 9-point lead for New Haven. And here comes Manning across the timeline. He finds Morris. Washington with a fake. Feeds it on midair. That's Thomas. And he has it knocked out of bounds. Johnson finds Washington, almost stolen. Brooks had a beat on that one. And now Washington's got an open three, but it's no good. Here's Graham, has it poked away from behind, and it goes out of bounds. .232 on the clock. And that's thrown off the foot of Johnson. It's a kick ball. Long inbound, Harding. Harding drives, draws some contact, and then gets fouled on the way up. And he'll shoot a couple of free throws. They call it on Lamontrell Manning. That's Manning's second. So Harding will go to the line. That first free throw is good, and again, Harding not scored at all except from the free throw line, so he's up to 3 points for the game, and New Haven has their largest lead of the game. That one rolls out. Morris comes in for the board. Morris pushes. He's trying to get it to Thomas on the inside. Now it's poked away from behind. Morris stays with it. He fell to the deck, finds Washington, and Washington somehow gets that one to fall. Now Brooks trying to answer on the other end. Knocked away by Morris. And down the floor goes Washington. He missed it, but Manning has the putback, and the basket got tied up at the end of that. That's something I don't think I've seen before, the basketball getting stuck in the basket, at least not in a regulation game. We've got 1:59 on the clock. And it's going to be New Haven ball. JoJo Robertson will put it in play for New Haven. Here's the inbound to Brooks. Brooks finds Williams. Back to Brooks. He beats the press across the timeline, and Brooks with the blow-by bucket. And New Haven etches its lead back out to 8 as Washington's floater is able to go. Washington with his second made basket of the game. It's 38-32 as Brooks tries to penetrate. Traveling is the call. The basket's not going to count. Washington quick to help him to his feet. Southside's got a chance to make this a 4-point game or even a 3-point game. They were down 10 not too long ago. There's a takeaway. It's Harding who's got the ball. And Harding slows it down, gets a screen from Williams. Trying to dish it to Williams, but he overthrows him. And this is Morris coming down the floor. Morris pushing through traffic. Bruce Stevens wants a traveling call. I think he was right as Williams knocks down that 3 ball. Well, no traveling, but Washington knocks down the triple. And here's Brooks down the floor. Johnson knocked it out. It's going to stay with New Haven. They get into Harding, down to 40 seconds. Harding wants the Euro step. He traveled. Morris with the feed to Johnson. His shot no good. And the rebound by Grant. Nope, that's Hardy. James Hardy with the board. And here comes Williams across the timeline. He's picked up by Washington. Down to 15 seconds. Williams into the paint. Got it! Jakar Williams with the clock draining. And here come the Archers. Washington trying to beat the timer. And he's fouled. Only 2.3 seconds on that timer. Plenty of time for Washington to go to the free throw line and make this either a 4 or 5 point game. As Washington's able to knock down that free throw, he's had a fairly low scoring night, although his points are starting to go up. He's got 8 now. And 2.3 seconds on the clock as Washington will try one more free throw, and he's got it, rattled it home. Southside was down 10. They made it a 3-point ball game. A little full court pressure. Harding's got it. Desperation heave from three-quarter court. And I think that pegged somebody in the foot. Went right over the backboard, but we've come to the end of the first half as New Haven's got the lead, 40-37 over Southside. But Southside was able to make a ball game out of it. We're back in a matter of moments for the second half here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November in addition to the club training he was doing because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
(40-37) New Haven on top of Southside. We're getting close to the start of the second half. When we last checked, I believe Wayne was leading Canterbury in one of the other games that we got going on here on SummitCitySports.com. But New Haven had a 10-point lead. They had a 10-point lead there in the second quarter. They actually got off to a hot start in the second quarter. At one point had outscored Southside 15-6, but then Southside was able to make it a ball game. They've got it down to 3 as it stands, and we'll take one more check at that Wayne-Canterbury game. Looks like they are at halftime, but meanwhile one of the other games going on is Blackhawk Christian at Northrop. We'll see the Braves tomorrow night when they take on Southside. They're also at halftime. We'll try to get a specific score from you when we get a chance to. But again, here New Haven leads it 40-37 over Southside, and the second half is just about to start. In fact, it's just a mere 2 seconds away from starting. That's Ashton Johnson to put the ball in play for Southside. He's got Miles Harris guarding him. And now Johnson will get it back. Harris will pick him up. Looks like it's all seniors except for Washington starting this second half for Southside. Washington does not start the game. It is senior night for Southside. And again, Lamontrell Manning presented with the Black History Month Athlete of Today Scholarship. Entry pass to Thomas, and Thomas falling away. He gets it to fall. Jerry Thomas. He's up to 11 points for the game. He's got a chance to make it 12 and perhaps even tie this game. And that's exactly what he does. So after Southside saw New Haven take control there in the second quarter, the Archers now have the lead. Williams is double-teamed, throws it right to Johnson. Johnson splits defenders and finds Rook. And Southside takes the lead. Couldn't tell who it was, but I think one of the defenders had his back turned, and Rook ended up with a fairly open bucket. Here's Williams trying to spin inside on Johnson. He lost it, but Southside touched it last. Southside fans expressing their displeasure with that, but it's not going to matter in the end. Here's the inbound to Brooks. Brooks wants the turnaround, now has space and connects. Darion Brooks gets New Haven its first bucket of the second half. And Brooks has had a pretty nice night so far. He's got 10 points for the game. That's Washington with a contested three. It's no good. Rook chases it down. Little slip pass off to Manning. Blocked by Harris. Put back by Thomas. Give him 14 for the game. Full court pressure, and it's a turnover. Thomas has it. Trying to split defenders. Count it! And another foul. Thomas is going back to the line. $16 points for Jerry Thomas and a timeout called by New Haven. It's a 30-second timeout. Well, Jerry Thomas is making his presence felt here at Don Riker Gymnasium in the second half. we'll show you a little something of what he's done here in this second half. There, obviously, you see gives the ball to Washington, also sets the screen for him. And then he's able to draw the contact and get the bucket. Miles Harris commits that foul. And then moments ago, this is what we saw from Thomas. We saw good defense by Southside, good double team there by Johnson, but then Thomas gets the takeaway, and against two defenders, he's able to get the bucket and draw the foul. So now Thomas is at the line again. And just like last time, he gets the free throw to fall. 17 points for Thomas as Brooks with the dish to Harris. Much needed basket for New Haven, as Southside had taken momentum to start this half. They work it back over to Rook. Rook to the basket, no good. Battle for the rebound, and I think that was Harding who got it. Long outlet, Washington's got the steal. Washington was very close to that baseline, but he was able to stay in bounds. Washington to the basket, no good. Thomas battling for it. That's a foul on Washington, it's going the other way. Across the timeline to Harding. Baseline drive, Williams, and he's fouled. Williams will put the ball in play for New Haven. Omarion Washington gets tagged with that foul. That's his third. He's going to stay in the game for the time being, but he's just gotten into foul trouble as the inbound goes to Williams. Williams, the overhead pass. Harris had it blocked. Washington almost fell into the stands, but he's able to regain his footing. Rook for three. Too strong. Battle for the rebound. Out to Brooks. Ripped away by Thomas. There is no doubting Thomas tonight. That ball was knocked away, but right back to Thomas. Well, fake there by Washington. Washington, the floater, got it. Tough shot by Omarion. He's into double figures with 11 as Brooks is guarded by Manning and Rook on the double team. Cottrell couldn't get it to go. Tip in by Williams. Williams into double figures. He's got 12. As New Haven staying in the thick of this ball game. Southside was down 10. They came back to take the lead. They did not take the lead until this third quarter. Manning rolls in the, oh no, that's Washington. Omarion Washington from downtown. That's 14 points for Omarion. And here's Harding against the press. He's able to get it to Williams. Rook rips it away, but he's tagged with a foul. Long inbound to Cottrell. Turnaround jumper, Brooks, no good, and Thomas comes down with the board. Here's Johnson to the basket and got it. Ashton Johnson draws the foul and scores. And what has been a low-scoring night for Ashton Johnson, he's up to 4 points. He's got a chance to add to that total at the free throw line. And he's made it an 8-point Southside lead. And their press, their 1-2-2 press is starting to pay some dividends. as they have made things tough for New Haven almost all night long. I imagine they'll bring that same press to Blackhawk Christian tomorrow night as Johnson cashes in on the free throw. And there is that 1-2-2 press. Long pass to Garcia. Brooks into the lane, left it short. Count it, and a foul. He got the putback and then drew the contact. Darion's got 14 and maybe 15 after this trip to the free throw line as New Haven moments ago was down 9, their largest deficit of the game, but they're able to answer with that three-point play by Brooks. Your pardon, neither team is in the bonus just yet here in this half. But Darion Brooks is up to 15 points. New Haven's going to go zone 2-3 here. And this is Ashton Johnson with the ball. He finds Manning. Washington from the corner. Hits a three. Omarion Washington starting to heat it up from downtown. He's hit his last 2 threes. He's got 17 points. The Bulldogs find Brooks. He tries to go baseline. Garcia for 3. Short. Offensive rebound. Putback is good, and a foul. Jakar Williams doing some work on the interior. Lamontrell Manning called for the foul. That's his 4th. Now Williams is true on that free throw. Jakar Williams, 15 points. He's a multi-sport athlete, a quarterback at New Haven High School. No doubt one of the leaders on that team. I think Jakar also plays on the defensive side, if I'm not mistaken. Johnson finds Rook across the timeline. Little fake pass there, and now Rook, he can shoot from the outside, but chooses not to there. Johnson steps inside, fires a jumper, no good, and Lattimore is going to be called for over the back. Here's Garcia. Southside a little late to the jump there on defense. But they do get back and get set, and now Rook's got the turnover. Oh, he's not late to the jump. He jams that thing home. Derek Rook on defense and on offense. Tough shot by Williams, no good, as that's knocked out of bounds by Lattimore. But I tell you what, on that last play at first, there was a kind of a knee-jerk reaction there by the Southside players on defense after the ball was inbounded, but that knee-jerk reaction turned into a steal by Rook, and then he jammed it home. 2:03 on the clock. Williams using the baseline, loses the ball. He stepped out. Southside takes over. There's Ashton Johnson across the timeline. The dish inside. Thomas gets hacked. Couldn't hit the shot. Looked like he was in the act of shooting, and yes, he was. That's the 4th team foul against New Haven, so Thomas will go to the line. James Hardy called for the foul. And Thomas adds to his impressive total, give him 18 points. Thomas rattles home the second one. And now Southside has their largest lead of the game. They're up by 10. They were down by 10 in the second quarter. New Haven had a 15-6 run to start the second quarter. That helped them to build that big lead that they got. That's tipped in the air. Thomas Did he commit the foul? Apparently he did. He can't believe it. I think it was Brooks that he ran into. He was definitely going for the steal there, but they'll get him for the foul. That's the 7th team foul, by the way, against Southside. It'll put Darion Brooks at the free throw line. And Brooks was able to connect on the free throw. A much-needed free throw as New Haven is looking to get some momentum back. Looked like they had the momentum there in the second quarter when they took that 10-point lead. Started with a 15-6 run. But now Southside has taken over. They've gotten their press on. They've been able to force a lot of turnovers in this game as Washington dishes that one back to Johnson. They got Lattimore in the middle of that zone. Looks like a 2-3 zone for the Bulldogs. We're down to a minute 15 to go. Lattimore, left-handed layup, wouldn't fall. That's Hardy with the rebound. He finds Robertson. Brooks between two defenders, got it. Darion Brooks in a tight window. Able to get that shot to fall. He's got 18 points to lead all New Haven scorers. We're down to 52 seconds. Ashton Johnson bleeding some clock here. Got the luxury to do that with no shot clock in Indiana high school basketball. 41 seconds to play as Rook looks to feed that one off. New Haven still in the zone. Rook gets it back outside to Lattimore. Down to 30 seconds to go. And there's no shot clock in high school basketball, not in Indiana at least. There's Washington with the fake. He slips and falls to the deck. And did he slide out of bounds? Or did Foster get a timeout? I think Foster got a timeout in there. Well, it must have been just before Washington's foot hit the line. That was awful close. I tell you what, either that or because Washington was headed out of bounds, and not only that, he could have easily been called for traveling even had he not gone out of bounds. And Washington's had a great performance, though, tonight. 17 points in the game. I believe he's got 3 threes. And yes, he does have 3 threes in the game tonight. He is playing with 3 fouls, though. The big-time performer for Southside has been Jerry Thomas. He's got 19 points in the game. Usually averages, I believe, under 4 per game. But tonight, he's having a really good performance. And we know he can defend, we know he can block, we know he can rebound. He's shown us tonight that he can also score in high totals. Southside does keep the ball, so yes, J.J. Foster did get the timeout in there. As Johnson trying to find Lattimore, but it's taken away. And now here's Brooks on the outlet for the jam. We got a 5-point game. Clock's down to 8. Here's Rook. Extra pass, Johnson. Down to 2. Johnson slips it. Thomas puts it in right before the timer. Excellent ball movement by the Archers, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Back for the fourth after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Well, we got at least one more quarter to go here at Don Reichert Gymnasium here on Southside's campus. Southside was down by 10. Now they're up by 7. But New Haven still with 8 more minutes to try and make a run to get back into this thing. Back out to Harding. Catch and shoot from the corner for Brooks. It's no good, and Rook's got the board. Here's Johnson trying to get across, or he does get across the timeline, and New Haven sets up in the 2-3 zone. They've used this quite a bit, especially here in the second half. You got Lattimore. They had Lattimore in the middle of the zone. Now it's Thomas. He gets it back outside to Johnson. The thing about the zone defenses, players are often moving. Maybe not long distances, but Brooks came out a long way to pick up Johnson. Screen set by Lattimore. Johnson feeds it back outside to Lattimore. Right now, Amarion Washington getting a breather. He's had a heck of a ball game. All the way to the basket goes Jaden Morris. Jaden Morris, a junior, comes up with a bucket. Turnwald from the corner. Big time 3 for Jackson Turnwald. He's got his first points of the game, and it's a 2-possession game. New Haven's not going away yet. New Haven has a chance to finish over 500 for the season. They will do that if they win tonight. They'll finish the regular season under 500 if they lose tonight. This is their regular season finale. Southside has their finale tomorrow against Blackhawk Christian. Offensive rebound, Morris. Dished it off in midair, but Johnson couldn't connect. Rebound comes out to Harding. He flips it to Turnwald. Turnwald right over Thomas, hits a 3. And we got a 3-point ball game. Bruce Stevens calls a timeout. That's the second one he's had to use in this game. That is a big-time 3 by Jackson Turnwald. The Archers are going to get Amarion Washington into the game. Let's take a look at this sequence here on our Traction AP replay. Jaden Morris dished that thing to Johnson off in midair, but then the rebound comes out to Harding. And Turnwald, seeing that he's got Jerry Thomas right out in front of him, but with some space, able to knock down that 3 ball. It looks like they may have gone final over at Northrop. And Northrop's taking on Blackhawk Christian. See if we can get you an update on that. But New Haven was down by 10, and now all of a sudden they're within 3. Southside was down by 10, came back to take a 10-point lead. Wayne, by the way, has beaten Canterbury 62-56. That one is a final. And I think Blackhawk and Northrop may still be going. They might be in the fourth quarter. As here comes Johnson across the timeline. He's picked up defensively by Mylan Graham. Graham trying to stay with Johnson. Johnson was running out of space there. Lattimore at the free throw line. He'll set the screen for Johnson. Johnson with the pull-up jumper. Tried to bank it in, too strong. Thomas lets it go. It went off of Harding and out of bounds. So an extra possession for Southside. Rook will take it from Lattimore. Pull-up jumper, Washington in and out. Loose ball and a foul. They're going to call it on Thomas. As Harding was headed the other way, that's going to be the 8th team foul against Southside. And Tyler Harding is at the line for 1 and 1. Amarion Washington had recently checked back into the game after getting the early breather here in the fourth quarter. That shot is good. Tyler Harding able to get it to a 2-point game. Gets it to a 1-point game. Johnson around the screen from Lattimore. Pull-up jumper, Johnson, no. Williams has the rebound. Back out to Williams, 4.5 on the clock. Brooks was thinking about the pull-up jumper. Turnaround jumper, had that one blocked by Thomas. Pass is tipped by Williams. Rook recovers. Rook gets into the paint. The spin move, left-handed layup is good. Derek Rook with a big-time bucket as New Haven was coming back. They had cut it down to 1 after being down by 10. But they could still tie with a 3. Even if they don't get that, they can make it a 1-point game as Williams muscles up the defender. Count it, and a foul. Jakar Williams with an and one chance. Well, Southside came back from 10 points down in the first half. They took the lead again in the second half. Now New Haven's trying to return the favor. They were down by 10 in the third quarter. And Jakar Williams, who has 17 points in the game, has a chance to tie it right here. But he comes up short. The rebound right to Jaden Morris. Washington has Brooks guarding him, finds Thomas. One-on-one, and a foul is called. And it's not just one-on-one because of the jersey numbers. But Thomas is going to the free throw line. Williams gets a little word from the official there. Thomas will be at the free throw line with 3:47 to go as he's able to cash in on that first shot from the charity stripe. It's a 20-point performance for Jerry Thomas, and he will add one more to that. And Southside becomes the first team to reach 70 points in this game. Turnwald to fake. Trying to go baseline, gets around Thomas. Harris counted, and another foul. And now Harris has a chance to tie the game. Jaden Morris called for the foul. It's only his first, and now Harris has a chance to tie the game. Again, New Haven was down 10 in the third quarter. Southside was down 10 in the second quarter. They came back to take the lead. But Harris misses the free throw. Free throw's so precious at this stage of the game. Washington got it! The New Haven fans think that one went over the backboard. It hit the upper tip of the backboard, but it did not go over. So I think that was the right call there as Harding splits a few defenders, finds Turnwald in the corner. Open three, no good. Offensive board, Brooks, got it. Darion Brooks keeping hope alive for New Haven. He's got 20 points. Johnson across the timeline. He's got Harris guarding him. We're inside 3 minutes to play. What kind of finish do we have in store here at Don Reichert Gymnasium? Washington had it knocked away by Williams. Williams, the dish to Turnwald. Turnwald for the lead, too strong. He gets his own miss, put back, and now New Haven's got the lead. Low-scoring night for Turnwald, but he has hit some huge shots. Washington, or rather Johnson, missed it, and then Harris with the rejection. But it's going to stay with Southside. Southside was down 10. They came back to take the lead. Then New Haven was down 10. They have come back to take the lead. Morris finds Johnson. Rook attacks the basket. Help side defense and a foul on Williams. That's the 16th foul against New Haven. So Derek Rook will go to the line. Some critical free throws coming up here for Rook. Got it, and we're tied again. If Southside wins this game, they will guarantee that they finish the regular season over 500. If New Haven wins this game, they will finish the regular season over 500. If not, they'll finish the regular season a game under. This is New Haven's season finale. That is for the regular season. Sectionals are coming up. Both these teams will be at the same sectional at Huntington North High School. They'll only play each other if they get to the sectional championship game. Extra pass to Turnwald. He's open. And he connects. Well, I tell you what, you leave Jackson Turnwald open, he can make you pay. And the lead right back to New Haven. That's his second three of the game. Washington kicks it back outside. That's Johnson. 76-74, a minute 25 on the clock. A fun finish brewing here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Rook to the basket. Pull-up jumper right over Williams. Too strong. Brooks had it, and it comes to Rook. Second chance for Southside. Taken away by Williams. Jakar Williams. He's had the big scoring night, and he comes up with a big defensive play there. Thomas poked into the backcourt, but he touched it last, and Williams accidentally ends up in the stands. He couldn't help that one as right now he and Williams are trying to avoid contact. They did not call a foul on Williams. Had they done so, it would be 2 free throws for New Haven. Now there's 1 minute on the clock. And New Haven can take as much time off the clock as they want to. Remember, there's no shot clock. And a Southside foul would put New Haven at the free throw line for double bonus. Oh, Thomas almost got a steal there. Turnwald. Good closeout there by Manning. Brooks, contact, offensive foul. Brooks can't believe it. The charge drawn by Ashton Johnson. Well, we'll see if we can't get another look at it. We've got a quick moment. We can take a look at this here. Not sure he was set. I think he was. Full court pressure meanwhile. Archers get the ball across the timeline. This is Manning. It's around a screen from Johnson. Double team comes. The dish to Thomas. Thomas blocked, but a foul. The Archer fans get up out of their seat. They were, actually, that's the Bulldog fans over there. That's the New Haven fans. They were close to stepping onto the court. They did not step onto the court. They just came awful close. But here's some big free throws for Jerry Thomas. 34.5 seconds to go. Jakar Williams. Or did they get Mylan Graham for that foul? First free throw's good. Jaden Morris will come in. Jerry Thomas with a big-time performance tonight. And we'll see if New Haven decides to hold for the final shot or if they go for a quick look. Thomas gets them both, and this game is tied. And come to think of it, that might be the Southside fans. Southside takes a timeout. They got 2 left in regulation. Actually, those will bleed over, I believe, into the second half. Tied at 76. Well, here's another look at that offensive foul called. Let's see, is Johnson set? Had the left foot moving, but sometimes officials will allow for that and still give the charge call. But we got a fun finish brewing here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Southside has tied the game. Jerry Thomas, there have been games this season where he's had his struggles from the free throw line, but today he's been able to knock him down. As right now you got the cheerleaders throwing basketballs across the court. And again, the situation is 34.5 seconds on the clock. Southside's got 2 timeouts. New Haven, I believe, has 3. And New Haven can hold for the final shot of regulation. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. New Haven can basically decide, hey, Southside, if you guys want to beat us, you're going to have to do it in overtime. Right now the officials are trying to get the cheerleaders off the court. And now they do, and we're ready for the inbound. Here's Harding against the press. Cross-court pass. Brooks gathers it, finds Williams. Turnwald draws a double team, down to 25 seconds. He's been left open for a couple of threes today. Southside made sure that wasn't going to be the case this time. Here's Harding, guarded by Washington. Washington stays on him on the screen. Loose ball, taken away. Jaden Morris feeds Thomas. Thomas gives Southside the lead. And a timeout taken by New Haven with 7.2 seconds on the clock. Jerry Thomas with a heroic performance. He's got 25 points. That might be his highest total of the season. He's saving the best for senior night. It ain't for last because they got another game tomorrow. That's on the road against Blackhawk Christian, but this is the final home game of the season for Southside. 78-76, and I believe it was Morris who caused the turnover. We'll get another quick look at this here on the Traction AP replay. A good defense there by Washington. Good help side also by Johnson. And actually Manning and Morris were there as Morris was able to feed it to Thomas up the floor. As that announcement was just made by the PA announcer for fans to stay off the floor. The cheerleaders, obviously they get on the floor during timeouts. That's not atypical at all. They've reset the clock meanwhile, 8.6 to go. And now J.J. Foster's going to call a timeout, and got to update that. That leaves New Haven with 2 timeouts because they took the timeout moments ago, but now with Foster taking that timeout, it leaves Southside with 1. And again, they reset the clock to 8.6 seconds. Now, New Haven's got plenty of time to get across the timeline. They don't necessarily have to go for a 3. They can get good ball movement and find the open man for a 2-pointer. That might just be what they end up going for. Now, it would be no surprise if either Darion Brooks or Jakar Williams were asked to take the shot here. Brooks has 20. Williams has 17, but Jackson Turnwald, he may not be in double figures, but he's hit some big shots in this game, particularly 2 huge threes. There's Amarion Washington guarding the inbound as Harris looks to put it in. Looking for Brooks, he gets it to him. Brooks loses the ball. Washington's got it, and Harris has no choice but to foul him. The officials trying to get in there to make sure nothing extra happens. Harris had no choice but to commit the foul there, and Washington comes up with a takeaway, and he's got a chance to potentially ice this game. 4.9 seconds on the clock. Well, Southside's defense stiffens up toward the end, and Washington with some big free throws coming up. It's the 9th team foul against New Haven, and Washington is able to connect on the first of the 1-and-1. Washington puts up 20 points for this game, and he stands to have one more season of high school basketball here at Southside left. Missed the second one. New Haven's got to go quick. Oh, Harris got a timeout. Harris gathered the ball and then immediately signaled. So that leaves New Haven with 1. And that's going to make things interesting here because there's only 3.7 seconds on the clock. So New Haven is going to have to catch the ball and go quick, maybe even go for a half-court shot here. Either way, they need a 3. Otherwise, this game's going to end with Southside as the winner. But how about the performance of Jerry Thomas tonight? And it looks like we do have a final, by the way, from Northrop. Blackhawk Christian wins 80-45. That's who Southside will play tomorrow night in their regular season finale. This is the regular season finale for New Haven, but if they want to win this game, they're likely going to need overtime to do it, or perhaps a 3 and a foul. Crazy things have happened in the game of high school basketball. I know I've seen some crazy things myself when I did a basketball game in Walker, Minnesota. Now, that's a small town, by the way, but it's got a really nice fishing resort, I might say. It's on Leech Lake, I believe is what it's called. And did J.J. Foster just call a timeout? Apparently not. Anyway, 3 seconds left on the clock. New Haven needs a 3 to tie. Harris directing traffic. He finds Williams. Williams loses the ball, gets it back, got to get it off. He does. Desperation 3, and it's no good. And Southside wins it. A game that came down to the wire, and Southside wins it 79-76. The defense, yes, they gave up 76 points. Yeah, this is senior night. They just recognized the seniors one more time. They were recognized before the game. And one big senior is going to get our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game award. More on that in just a moment. But Southside's going to finish this regular season at least 2 games over 500. They improved to 12-9. They're going to Blackhawk Christian tomorrow night. They can make it 13-9 if they come away with a win there. The defense played a huge role tonight. Yes, they gave up 76 points, but the 1-2-2 zone press made things difficult for New Haven, and they were able to force some turnovers, especially down the stretch, force some difficult passes with that pressure, and eventually forced Jakar Williams to try and force overtime with that desperation 3. But Southside is your winner tonight, and our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game is going to be Jerry Thomas. 25 points for Thomas. Some big-time shots down the stretch, especially early on in the second half. And he was the one who hit, I believe he was the one who gave him the lead late in the game as well. So Jerry Thomas, our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. And that'll do it from here at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School. For my cameraman, Andrew Shriver, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Don Reichert Gymnasium. You've been watching high school basketball right here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really